Hi. You are probably automatically on mute when you join. It's good to see you guys. There is a chat feature. If you look down at the bottom, it says chat. I'm going to keep that open just in case. You guys have it. Hello, Jason. It's good to see you. Hey, Matthew. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Can I get a yes, we can hear you? Awesome, Maddie, thank you. Awesome, Matthew, awesome. Jason, perfect. Perfect. We're gonna wait just a couple more minutes. I'm gonna screen share. I know this is new for everyone. Okay, hopefully you should be looking at a PowerPoint. Let me try to make sure I wanna see my chat feature. I've lost my chat feature. There we go. Okay, I got my chat feature. So, yeah, so we're gonna wait a couple more minutes for people to get here. So how are we doing? How are we feeling about all this? Is it kind of crazy and a little unnerving? It's definitely okay if it is. It's definitely okay if it is. So if you look on your screen, there should be a place to chat, and that's probably the best place. It is, I agree, Bailey, it's very interesting, but we're gonna be fine. I promise, we're gonna be completely fine. I do miss being in the class with you guys. So I haven't gotten any emails from people that aren't able to get in. Oh, but you know, Jason, you get to sleep now until right before the class. So that's kind of a good thing. You know, you just kind of grab your phone right then. So hopefully that's good. So, okay, so I am getting messages that people are able to hear me. I also want you to know that this is going to be recorded, and we will figure this out together. Now, I know that I told several of you that I have been teaching online for a long time, and so this is pretty common for me to be able to teach online. I know it's a little different for you, so I have created a presentation today for us to just kind of talk about what this is going to look like over the next little bit. Now, I am in a program called Zoom. I have lots of different things set up for you so that you can come and talk to me in Zoom, but you can also always email me. And so as you have questions, if you will just type them into the chat, I will be sure to answer those at the end. The program Zoom limits all of our time together to 40 minutes. So we have to shut this down at 40 minutes or it'll stop it for us. So we want to make sure that we've got all that we need. So I want to talk a little bit about our transition, Math 131 transition to online learning. It will be okay. I just want you to know that it's going to be okay. Our transition, we're going to make it work. And I promise that we're going to be okay. So here we go. We will survive. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the things that are going to stay the same. Okay, these are the things that are going to stay the same. Okay, your lectures will still be posted on Canvas the way that I've been doing them all the time. Your homework will still be inside WebAssign. We will have a short class on Monday at 9 o'clock to just go over the week so that you can you see me, see that I'm here, ask any questions, anything like that. That's all that's going to stay the same. What is different? Okay. You will not be meeting with me on Wednesday and Friday. The reason that I made that decision is because everyone in the country is using Zoom. Okay, everybody's using this, everybody's using the internet. I believe that we're going to have trouble with the reliability and the bandwidth. So we are not having class on Wednesday and Friday. We will have class every Monday at 9 just to go over the week. My office hours are inside Zoom. And that's what you're on right now is Zoom. So if you need to see me during my office hours, you're just going to click the Zoom link that says office hours. And I'll be in there and I can talk to you and I can answer any questions. I have a whiteboard in there. All of those things work just fine. Okay. Your tests, your quiz, your final exam will all be inside WebAssign. Okay. That's different. That's something that's different. But you're familiar with that program, and that's what you'll take your tests and quizzes on. And your tests and your quizzes are timed. So the thing that you need to know about that is when you sit down to take a test, you have to finish the test. Okay, you'll be given an hour. If you have accommodations through DSS, and I have that letter, then that will be adjusted. You will have the extended time on that based on what your letter says. But just know that once you enter a test or a quiz, you've got to finish it in that setting. You can't go in and out like you can on your homework. So that's probably the biggest difference, but think about it like you're in class. In class, you would be timed. Okay, so I am going to pause right here just to see if anybody has any questions on what's the same and what's different. Any questions on that? So if you have a question, just go ahead and type it in to the chat. I've got a sounds good to me, and I don't see anybody typing, but feel free to continue to type as I move forward. So don't worry about that. If you need to ask a question, I'll come back to questions. So don't worry about that at all. Okay, this is where do you go for help? Where do you go for help if you get stuck? I have an online resources section inside Canvas under a module. I'll show you exactly where that is. There are two different discussions there. One is on content and one is on general questions for online learning. Okay, both of those you can ask anytime and it'll be completely fine, and I will be able to help you navigate any of that. If you have issues in WebAssign, I've got their two contacts there, support.cengage.com, and I've got an email, or I'm sorry, a phone number for them. Tech support at Montevallo is still available, okay? You submit a ticket, you can call them, you can send an email. All of those things are still available. And you can email me. You can email me. I do have a question about the quizzes and tests. Are the quizzes and tests different lengths of time? And the answer to that is no. They're both set for 1 hour or whatever the DSS accommodation letter says. So if it's 50% more time or time and a half, you get an hour and a half. If it's double time, you get 2 hours. And so that's how that works. So everything's an hour. The final exam will be 2 hours. Your final exam will be longer. Okay, great question. Thank you. The other question is, will we get these links in an email or on Canvas? You will actually get them both. You will get them on through an email, and you'll get them on Canvas. Perfect. Okay, so this is where do we go for help. Now, one of the things that will come up, because the entire nation is on Zoom, okay, and everybody in your family is on the Wi-Fi. So I actually, for my family, I have a husband that is doing telemedicine from home, so he is seeing patients from home, and I have 2 children that are taking online classes. So these are some of the possible issues where you are having trouble with the internet. Are multiple people trying to attend live classes? So for me, that would be my husband who's trying to see patients, my daughter that's trying to do a lecture, and my son that's also trying to do a lecture. So we've got 4 people. So we actually have a schedule. Like my kids and my husband, they don't do anything on Monday and Tuesday morning. Okay, so that is probably an issue. Are several people in your family working from home? Do you live in a rural area? Is someone gaming? My son loves to game, and if you're gaming, that takes up a lot of bandwidth. Are family members streaming the TV, like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus? Those are possible reasons why your Wi-Fi is slow. Some solutions are consider working at an off time, early in the morning or late at night. You can always use your phone to watch the videos. Everybody's got the Canvas app, so you can always use your phone. Work out a schedule with other members of your family on when to be online. Like my family knows that at 9 and 10 o'clock on Monday morning, they can't be online. The other thing, and I don't want to tell you not to social distance, so you've got to stay in your car. Places like McDonald's and Starbucks have said that they're keeping their Wi-Fi open, even though you can't go inside, but you could go and you could park at those locations and work on that. It's not ideal. Please stay in your car. Please make sure that you are maintaining social distance, but that is an option. I did get a question, will this PowerPoint be loaded on Canvas so we can look at it later for reference? And yes, it is. It's already up there, and I'll show you exactly where that is. Thank you. That's a great question too. Okay, so know that the internet being slow could be an issue. Okay, now next, I've got how to be successful in an online class. You guys know a lot of this. We've talked about it before. It's kind of the same things to be successful in a face-to-face class. You're going to want to work 1 hour every single day on math. Devote our class time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 9 to 10 to this class. Okay, look at the lectures for this class. When you watch the lectures, take notes the same way that you do in class. Okay, take notes. Do the homework. Check email and Canvas multiple times a day. Now, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to put everything there on Monday, and everything you need to know for the week is there on Monday. Okay, and I'll send an email after I get done with this. I'll send an email out that says the same thing, just summarizing all of this for you. So you want to stay on top of Canvas. Some of the dates inside Canvas shifted slightly. So just be sure that you're looking at that. Like your final exam is not going to be at a set 2-hour block. You just have to complete it by a certain time. Some of your tests were extended. This test that we were supposed to have before spring break is extended. And so kind of check Canvas. You know, my daughter has a big desk calendar in her room, and she's got everything on there so that she doesn't forget anything. So that's a good thing to do. If you need help, email me. I'm still here, okay? Virtual office hours. Post in the discussion inside Canvas. There's lots of different ways that you can get help. I promise I'm still here. Treat this the same way you would treat it as if we were meeting multiple times a week, okay? Watch the videos, take notes, and do the homework, okay? So I'm gonna pause right there for just a second. Any questions on that? Any questions on this screen right here? Okay, and if you do have a question, go ahead and type it in because I can get back to it and I can answer it. So don't hesitate to type those questions as we're moving. Now, this is something that I do not know a ton about. It is my understanding that you can choose to receive your letter grade that you earn in the class, or you can choose pass fail, and that is for your benefit. One of the reasons that you might choose pass fail is if you got a C in a class, and if you got that C, it might drop you below the threshold for a scholarship. or below a threshold for eligibility to play a sport. And so you may want to take a pass-fail in that class. Your advisor is going to be the one that understands how that will affect you the most. It is my understanding that if you choose pass-fail, it will not affect your GPA, but it does count as a credit towards graduation. So we are trying to make it a very positive thing to benefit you. It is not there to hurt you at all. The best person to discuss this with is your advisor. I'm happy to talk to you about it, but your advisor is who's going to know the most about it. Okay? And I'm going to pause just for a second to see if there's any questions on that. Any questions on that? Okay, again, don't hesitate to keep putting those questions in. Don't hesitate at all to type those questions, and I'll get to them just as we kind of go through. Okay, now I want us to look at Canvas. That's not Canvas. Okay, here we go. We're on Canvas. This is the student view of Canvas. So this should be what you see. And if you got an email yesterday for a link for today, there's the class announcement right up here. This is the home page. This is the module. This is the place that you have always been going to for everything that you need. We have finished beginning semester. We've finished the prep assessment. We've finished unit 1, 2, and 3. Now you're taking the test on unit 3 this week. So if you have any of these, your quiz for chapter 4 is on WebAssign. Your test for chapter 4 is on WebAssign. All the homework really was due prior to spring break. So hopefully all your homework is done. But I did extend all of that until April 1st. I'm hopeful that some of you looked at that over spring break, just to go ahead and get it done, because we kind of had that week where all classes were canceled, and that was when our test was. So all of these right here are due this week. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions about that. So we are finishing up this unit right here, this module. Now, right here, I've got resources for online learning, okay? This first one is my schedule. Don't hesitate to click on that. I am basically online in the mornings, and in the afternoons, I am putting together PowerPoints, I'm putting together video lessons, I'm doing all those things to help you, and I'll be returning emails and all that kind of stuff. But if you need my schedule, it's right here. You can download it. General questions for online learning. So what you do here, this is a discussion, very similar to Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. What do you need help with? What are you confused about? How can I help? This is where you would put those questions for online learning. You just hit reply. That's all you've got to do is hit reply, and I'll answer your question for that. Okay, then you've got one that's questions on math content. So if you get stuck on a problem, you can post that question there. So don't hesitate to do that. This is your link to all Monday classes. So Monday at 9, you come in, you click this, and that's where I'll be. Okay, here's your link to office hours right here. Okay, that is different. So here's how you come. It's like I have a class in my classroom, and then we have office hours right here. Here is WebAssign Help Desk, and here's the Montevallo Help Desk. Okay? Okay. Now, here is that online presentation, and this is where I will post other weekly overviews so that you can see them. Okay? Okay, now here is Unit 4. Unit 4. You've got a quiz on April 17th. Homework and test is due April 24th, and your final exam is April 30th. All of this will take place inside WebAssign. Okay? So I am going to pause just for a second to see if anyone has any questions. Okay. Okay. This is a reasonable thing to take a picture of, but I will also send it out in The question is, are chapters 5, 6, and 7 all on the same quiz? 5, 6, and 7 are all on the same test. Okay, and we're just doing a little itty bitty part of each one. Okay, your quiz is actually going to be only on chapters 5 and 6. Chapter 7 is lines, and will just be on the test. So that is a little bit different. That's a great question. Thank you. Okay, and here we go. This is what's going on this week. Now, this part right here, well, actually, this part right here, the homework, really is stuff that you likely finished before spring break. Then I made the quiz and I made the test available to you to do that week that we were off and then over spring break, just because the information was new, or it was right there. You had it. Okay. So this information, this information right here is stuff that you need to do by Wednesday at midnight. And that's just carrying over stuff that we have from spring break, from before spring break. Okay. Now, when you take your quiz, you get 2 attempts at doing it. So if you take it and you don't like your grade, you get to take it again. Okay. The test does not offer that. The test is 1 attempt. So you want to make sure you're doing that, that you do a super good job on that. There is a practice test on WebAssign, and it literally is exactly like the test. So please take advantage of that. Take advantage of that practice test. Use that to study. Okay? Now this week, you're going to have 2 lectures, video chapter 5 part 1 and video chapter 5 part 2, and then you have a homework assignment. That homework assignment, your target due date for that homework assignment is April 13th. April 13th. So I just want you to be aware that that target due date. Don't wait till April 13th, but that's when your target due date is. Okay, I'm going to pause. Any questions on this document? And this document will be sent out in an email for you. This document will be sent out in an email for you. Okay. And go ahead, if you have questions, go ahead and type it in there. Not a problem at all. Okay, so now let's take a peek at WebAssign. Okay, and we are, the question is, what happens if my internet goes out while taking a test? You just email me. I can reset it if I need to. So email me from your phone or whatever at that time. I've been doing it, I've been taking my calculus tests online, and I haven't had an issue with that on WebAssign. I'm more concerned about the bandwidth when we do live lessons than I am with the homework. If you haven't had an issue with the homework, you probably won't have an issue with the test. But that's a great question. But if that happens, email me immediately so that I can reset it. Thank you, Matthew. Okay, so here is your list inside WebAssign. Now, all of these dates have been extended because of that week of classes that were canceled. Look at the target due date. The target due date on that word problem was the 9th of March. Then we had 2 that were the 16th of March. Okay, so hopefully all that homework is done. If it's not, you've got a little bit of time to work on that. You've got a quiz on rational expressions and equations. That's timed, and you want to have that done by Wednesday. The practice test is optional. You do not have to take the practice test, okay? But it's a great tool to study for your test. It's an excellent tool to study for your test. Then you've got your test on rational equations, okay? And remember, I know that sounds like a lot that you've got to do right before Wednesday, but all of this was pre-spring break. It was all that stuff. We were ready to take the quiz. We were ready to take the test. So hopefully you are well on your way to having that finished. This week assignment, and the target due date for that is not until April 13th, is Math Chapter 5. Okay? Okay. Here we go. What can I do? What do you need? What questions do you have? Okay. I just want to remind you that I'm here. There's multiple ways to get in touch with me. One of the ways is the discussion questions right here, general questions for online learning and questions for Alicia on math content. Another way to get in touch with me, you can look at my online schedule right here. You can download it. You can see that I am online and in my Zoom classroom during the mornings. Okay, today I'll be in there from 11 to 12. Tomorrow I'll be in there from 12 to 1. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm in there from 9 to 12. So you can come and see me anytime. You just click on that link that says Alicia's office hours. I am around in the afternoon, but I am doing videos and I am getting ready for your lessons. Don't hesitate to email me during that time, to post a discussion question during that time. I can certainly help during any of those times, okay? So that is my schedule. And right here, weekly overview presentations and online transition, that right there, that's where I'm gonna post this video. This video, your test chapter 5 videos are right here. Okay, chapter 5, part 1, chapter 5, part 2. Okay, I am here to help. Please don't hesitate to let me know what you need from me. Okay, so don't hesitate to let me know what you need from me. Any other questions before we go? Okay, well, it was very good to see you guys. Let me know how I can help. You are very welcome. And I will definitely see you guys next Monday, but then I can also talk to you anytime this week. Okay? Okay, I am gonna go ahead and close this out and then I'm gonna post the recording. So don't hesitate to email me. Bye guys, it's good to see you.